What's up? What's up? I told you I was going to elaborate more, and I was all set to go live. Later, I was going to make a video and not really go live, just make a premiere video and things like that. But it has taken another turn, a whole nother turn. So if you're coming in, hit the like button coming through the door. It's going down, my friends. Peace. Telling you, hit the like button coming through the door. It's a lot going on right now. They could be feeding us fake gas, but it's a lot that I've heard that's going on. So I got to give you that information so you will have it top notch. There are 3 teams involved. So definitely hit the like button coming in. You're going to get all the information here. Then they can take it for what it's worth. It sounds crazy, but then it's not. Once you listen to it, it might not sound as crazy. What you don't know. Let's talk about that. The Lakers played the Pistons a week ago, and when they played the Detroit Pistons about a week or so ago, they played a good game. Before the game, LeBron actually got a chance to speak with Derrick Rose and told him that, talk to your agent. They might be calling you. Because he, just let him know. Talk to your agent. You go might be getting some calls. So that's all. He didn't want to go into no details about what was going down. He just said contact, make sure you stay in contact with your agent. Things might be happening, developments. So here's the situation. Derrick Rose is being shopped by the Detroit Pistons. He's aware. He's staying quiet. And they want to do this more for Derrick. Like where would he want to go? They don't want to just send him from Detroit and send him to the Dogs. They want to send Derrick Rose to a place where he's played well enough to where next year he's going to get a decent contract. And this year he's healthy and he's playing so well. He's just coming off the bench and his production has been so high. They're thinking giving him a shot at winning a championship. There are 3 teams, three teams that are very interested in Derrick Rose. 3 teams. Team number 1 is top on the list, the Los Angeles Lakers. What's up, Mr. Stewart? Glad you're back. Thanks again for your Cash App donation. The rest of you guys want to donate to the page and support the page so we can keep going live. It's Carcino on the Cash App, or you can hit the donate button in the Streamlab also and do that. Well, it's not that simple. And we're going to get to that also. This guy said, "Coos for D Rose." It's a little bit, we knew all this yesterday. I was going to make this deal. I heard the news 2 days ago. I was going to make the video yesterday. I kind of hinted to it yesterday in the deal. Then today on Undisputed, they started just stepping all over it. So I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead. But see, there's more and there's things they don't even know. The Lakers can acquire Drummond and Derrick Rose in 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, this is a serious thing. The Atlanta Hawks, and they're talking about doing a 3-way deal with the Atlanta Hawks, the Detroit Pistons, and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Atlanta Hawks is going to get Drummond in some type of deal. I don't know how this is going to work, but in the end, Drummond will be traded for JaVale McGee and some other, and Bradley, I think, is going there somehow, and some Atlanta picks or whatever, and draft picks is going to Detroit, and Derrick Rose will be going to will be going to the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma will be coming to the Pistons. Bradley, I think, is going to the Atlanta Hawks. And it's a whole big mess, but it's 3 teams involved. And they're talking. Atlanta Hawks, the Lakers, and the Pistons are talking about pulling this off. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Drummond and Derrick Rose might be Los Angeles Lakers. I pray to God that don't happen. I pray to you, I hope that don't happen. A 3-team trade is in the talks right now for Drummond, and I gave you the 3 teams. But I also didn't give you the 3 teams that are interested in Derrick Rose that could alter this deal. There are 3 teams that are in the hunt that Derrick Rose is interested in going in, and the 3 teams that are winners that he's interested in going to. Boston. The Boston Celtics are interested in having Derrick Rose come off the bench, but that is a long shot. The Clippers is not one of them. They're not acquiring Derrick Rose. I'm serious. They're not. The Clippers have not acquired about Derrick Rose at all. The second team has been the Philadelphia 76ers, and they are dead serious about acquiring Derrick Rose. So the Lakers might have to sweeten the pot, or Detroit might say, you know what, we get more from Philly. Just like when I told you, what's his name, Clarkson was going, he was dead going to the 76ers. It was a done deal. The trade was done. It was. They had everything set to go. Then Utah said, we'll give you draft picks. They said, we'll give you draft picks. We know y'all got a deal in place, but listen to ours. You might like it. We got draft picks. And they's like, well, Philly, y'all gonna give us some draft picks? Philly's like, nah, we ain't doing all that for Clarkson. Now, you don't want our deal, just don't take it.
It's so good to have you.
So they was like, bet. So they were like, bet. We ain't gonna do it then. Ain't no deal. So they went to Utah. So even though something looked like it's written in stone, someone could always throw that last minute monkey ball in there, and they could also use this as engine to get more out of another team. But this looks legit. It looks serious, and that's what's on the table today, right now. Derrick Rose. Who is Philly giving up? That I don't know. I don't know who Boston giving up. That was not disclosed either. But Boston is very interested in having Derrick Rose on the team come off the bench as a backup point guard. I don't know why, but I thought they were set. But they're one of the 3 teams. There's more teams that's interested in getting Derrick Rose, but those are the 3 teams that he's really looking at. They're going to do a 3-team trade with the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks is trying to pull out a deal where they can get Drummond, and the Lakers are basically using the Atlanta Hawks because that's what the Atlanta Hawks are now. They just whores for the rest of the NBA. So what they're doing is they're setting the stage to where Drummond, Derrick Rose, everyone would have a chance in this stage to make a move. The Atlanta Hawks can free up a deal, but at the end of the day, the players that I've heard is Kyle Kuzma, Bradley, and JaVale McGee. And I don't know what kind of draft picks the Lakers are giving up, but those are the three players' names I heard. I did not hear Pope. I heard JaVale McGee, Bradley, and Kyle Kuzma. All going to be moved in this 3-team trade with some draft picks mixed up. I don't know who Atlanta's shuffling around or what's going to happen, but Drummond somehow is supposed to go to the Atlanta Hawks. And then the Atlanta Hawks is going to give him to the Lakers. And all at the end of the day, JaVale McGee is going to be, I think, an Atlanta Hawk or something like that, or to some form of degree. Kyle Kuzma's coming to the Detroit Pistons. And at the end, Bradley's going to be either on the Atlanta Hawks or Pistons. I don't know how that's going to work. But at the end of the day, that's what it's supposed to look like. Some other players. But the Lakers should go at the end of the trade day, they should have Derrick Rose and Drummond. That was the biggest shock of the day. So when I heard that, I said, is that true? Is that even possible? How could they even pull that off? That's very interesting. But I gave you what I know. That the Atlanta Hawks are definitely in play for this move. And it's a 3-team deal. The 76ers are trying to trade for Derrick Rose also. They're very aggressively want Derrick Rose. So they're the other team that's involved. The other team that wants Derrick Rose is the Boston Celtics. They were on the list. I don't even know why. There's a lot of teams that want him, but them like the three that they're like listening to, because Derrick Rose wants to like play for a winner. You know, he wants to play for somebody that's gonna be in the playoffs. You know, that's vying for a championship. So if he gets traded. I don't know what the Clippers are gonna do. They seem pretty much set. I think they want to make like maybe one move, but they've been very quiet. Like it's been very like stealth mode. Like all these other people are like assuming the names the Clippers are going after. The only name I've ever heard the Clippers were going after was Andre Iguodala. That was it. And they said Iguodala is gonna be a Laker. The Pistons should have made me head coach. If the Detroit Pistons make me head coach, there's no way Derrick Rose would have started every game. Ish would have came off the bench, and that would have been the league. That would have been our unit right there. You said Derrick Rose don't want to play with LeBron again. I can't say that's true. Um, he never really had too much problems with LeBron. It was more the fact of his injuries. He didn't get a chance to really. I can't really blame that on LeBron. It was the fact that it was so much turmoil and pressure on their team with everybody else over there. And with you got Wade in there, you got all these other people there, then D Rose gets hurt. And then he can't play. You got all these other players there. It just makes no sense. And that's why he went home to get his head right. Because, when you have something like that happen to you, it's very devastating. That's a devastating injury. And to have something like that impact you at that point in your career, it says a lot. Yep. So don't forget, hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Definitely do that. So to recap for those who just got here. So I wouldn't say he don't want to play with LeBron again because he's only going to be playing with him for half a year in the playoffs, and he'll be in a winning situation. And I think this is a different environment than the Cleveland situation was. That was a pretty toxic environment where they're trying to just throw all these players together and drag them through the playoffs. And he wasn't 100%, and he was hurt, and it just was so much turmoil on that team. But it never really was about him. So he was out half of the year just being on the bench. So he never really had to experience any bad things with LeBron. He was hurt. So all the issues he had at that time was with him, but he's been very healthy, and in Minnesota, he's been healthy in Detroit. They played him the right way. They had him come off the bench. One of the coaches that know Derrick from played with the Timberwolves. He's now with Detroit. Brought Derrick over for a 1-year deal. Derrick has more than lived up to his side of the deal, and definitely he's built himself up some value. They can trade him to a winner and go to a team in Detroit. They'll do right by Derrick. They wouldn't like trade him to the Sacramento Kings or somebody, and leave him in the dust. So the Lakers have shown great interest in getting Derrick Rose. And they are very and I'm gonna give you the exact words that was sent to me. Hold on. Derrick Rose is a tremendous talent, veteran leadership, ball control, knows how to create on shot. Kyle Kuzma is an exceptional young talent, very inexperienced at handling the pressure of being a third option. Might be looking to move. This was January 16th. January 16th. Okay, January 16th. That was January 16th. Now, the Drummond news just came today. That was like the other foot that dropped. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the page so you can hear it firsthand. So the Lakers feel as if Kyle Kuzma is inexperienced at being a consistent third option on the team. So somebody who could be a third option for the team is Derrick Rose, who they think will consistently give them the numbers, the 15, 16 points a game that they're looking for from that position. Um, I guess, that's my thing. But I really don't think the Lakers need that. But the Drummond kick was the biggest news of the day. That the Lakers could wind up with Drummond and Derrick Rose in a 3-team trade with the Atlanta Hawks. I can't make that up. Why would I drag the Atlanta Hawks in this? I don't know. So Drummond somehow is supposed to go to the Atlanta Hawks. They're supposed to do a deal with the Lakers for JaVale McGee, Bradley, Kuzma. These were the names that were involved. The Pistons were going to get Kyle Kuzma, and I guess that's who they wanted was Kyle Kuzma for the end of the year and keep him. And then they have an option to pick up Kyle Kuzma. The Chicago Bulls want Kyle Kuzma. They want to sign him to a contract. I know the Bulls want Kyle Kuzma, but that's a whole different thing altogether. Now, for the rest of this, for this trade value, they're looking to try to do that kind of deal there. Kuz and Bron are cool. Nah, not really. Not really at all. I mean, they play together. That's about it. That's where the relationship starts and ends. Once they walk out of that locker room, there's zero contact. There's no conversation. There's no joking around. They have no relationship. Oh, I would love that, John. If they could get rid of LeBron, trade 23, oh, I'm all for it. What does these trades do for Anthony Davis? Them getting Drummond over JaVale McGee, if they could pull that deal off, do it. Drummond, he's the kind of guy that has to be motivated. If he's on a winning team, he could be motivated. And you don't need much from Drummond. You don't need him to be offensive. You need him on the glass and to get the rebounds. That's where they're getting killed at. You got Pat Bev out here out rebounding your entire team, including JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee's not a big rebounder. A lot of people think he is. He's not. He's a defensive liability that they drag out and they just take advantage of. And he got a lot of shot blocks, but JaVale's y'all want him to play the 5. He's not a 5. He's actually another power forward who doesn't really play center. And the way y'all want him to play, the Lakers, it's like he doesn't play this position. He's trying to adjust his game to this, but this is not what he do. Y'all acquire him to do so much on the court to cover up for LeBron. And that's part of the problem. They have a 3-team deal in place, Cool Reg, with the Atlanta Hawks and the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's going to involve Bradley, JaVale McGee, and Kyle Kuzma. At the end of the day, Drummond's supposed to go to Atlanta Hawks or some type of way, and the Hawks are going to do some deal, and the Lakers supposed to get Drummond, and JaVale might be in Atlanta with Bradley or something like that. And all I know is Kyle Kuzma's supposed to be a Piston. That's all I know. At the end of this, Kyle Kuzma's going to be a Piston. And at the end of the day, the Lakers will end up with Drummond and Derrick Rose on their books for the last half of the season. How are they going to pull this off? Let's say if that happens, if this happens, I'm done. I'm just going to throw the book away because I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be so mad at Adam Silver Slipper and LeBron for pulling this off. And thank you for the Cash App, whoever hit me up. Oh, Curtis Johnson. Thank you, Curtis. Oh, Harold sent one too. Harold, I didn't even see that. Thanks, bro. It didn't even give me an alert. Harold and Curtis Johnson with the Cash App donations. Well, here's the thing. There are 3 teams that are really interested in getting Derrick Rose. They might have changed since then, but they still talking about the Oh, okay. Well, it's set. That's where we're going to watch the Super Bowl. Everybody's talking about my oh, who is that? Somebody hit up the Cash App? Oh, okay, J Dot. All right, thanks, J Dot. Oh, everybody's responding to my we just got out everybody's where we meeting up at the Super Bowl. And then my Patreon, people responded to the Patreon I put out. So the 76ers are really trying to pursue Derrick Rose too, because the 76ers, they want Derrick Rose to be on their backup point guard really bad. They really want Derrick Rose. They're going to try to do everything they can to alter this because they really want Derrick Rose on their team. Oh, thanks for the Cash App donation, Arnie. Honorary. I see you. Y'all keep the machine going. I want him to go to Sixers. I want him to go anywhere. Get out and don't go to help LeBron get nothing. I don't want Drummond there. I don't want nobody helping him. He got enough help already. It's time somebody else's time. You didn't have your time. You in here milking it. It's time to go, bruh. It's time for you to go. You to pass, bruh. So we'll see what happens in the end. In the long run, you guys know where it is. So, yeah, the Atlanta Hawks is in the deal, man. That's some crazy talk. I'm like, man, I sat on it because I wanted to make sure it was what it was. And they're saying they're talking right now. And right as we speak, right now, the Los Angeles Lakers, after they got beat the way they did on this road trip, even the games they won, they weren't too satisfied in how this thing transpired. And it's a lot of people unhappy on the team that they want to get out of there. But I'm shocked about Avery Bradley. He was the only person that was playing defense over there, you know? Thanks, John. Kevin Love, where he's going, I don't know. Somebody secretly is whispering about the Clippers, but the Clippers, I've heard nothing from that Clippers organization since they were talking about getting Andre Iguodala. That was it. They are like really stealth in their moves. I'm serious. I'm like, they have been so stealth. I can't even, the Lakers got so much information out, and it's like a loose faucet over there. But yeah, I was just going to say that. Portland is the only team that I saw that was really interested in getting Kevin Love. But now that Melo has worked out the way he has, they could use Kevin Love and Melo, in my opinion. But it could interfere with Melo's success because one would have to basically come off the bench. Melo is killing it right now because the way they run the offense fits his style of play. Now, last night you saw Dame hit for 61, and which was a horribly officiated game. I went back and watched it because I went out on that date last night and saw that movie. So you know how I was. Well, they put it out there, like they were looking at Tristan. Again, they were looking at him for JaVale and trying to get JaVale is on ice, thin ice over there for some reason. I don't know what's happening, but it is what it is. But thank you guys, man. You guys have supported the page. You guys have hit the Cash App up. You guys have hit up the like button. I really do appreciate that, because that stuff matters. It lets YouTube know that, you know, you guys are not bots. You guys are real people. You guys hopefully subscribe to the page so that we can continue to do this. I do have a PayPal. The name is Carcino on the PayPal. So very easy to find me on PayPal. Or all you got to do is click the donate button in the description box also. And the donate button, they take my PayPal is already linked to it, the Streamlab. That way you can leave me a longer message. You can leave me like paragraphs over there. LeBron and JaVale is cool, but if it ain't working on the court, guess who ain't gonna be cool? So they're trying to get Drummond. They're trying to see if they can pull this trade off right now. I'm hearing that today they are trying and working the phones to get Kyle Kuzma in Detroit for Derrick Rose, and Avery Bradley and JaVale McGee's name has been mentioned in these deals with the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know who the Hawks got or what they putting on the table, but the Atlanta Hawks is involved in this trade for the Drummond deal. So it's a 3-team trade. That's all I know. So we'll see how it plays out, but 3-team trade, and somebody trying to break that up right now is the 76ers and Boston. They're the 2 top teams that are trying to break up that Derrick Rose deal. Good night, sir. And thanks for the support. And thanks for always watching the videos. I appreciate it. And all you guys who donated to the Cash App, I appreciate the love and support, man. You guys keep this engine going. And that's why we went live. All right, I'm out.